Okay, so I was right with my last review, and I kind of called it. So it turns out that it really was her two sons, which one was who defeated her slash sealed her, and it turns out she had become one with the Juby, and it wasn't really a tree itself that wanted to talk her back. It was her, because she's a greedy hoe. And so we find out who the true schemer is throughout the whole series, pretty much, and it's pretty crazy. So Sasuke's about to fall in the lava, and his sword fell in the lava. So nigga, you don't got no more weapon. So he falls in the lava. Well, his sword falls in lava, excuse me, and he's about to fall in the lava. Then Naruto can't save him, and Sasuke does that body flicker shunshin technique, whatever it is that he can now do for some whatever reason, and he grabs onto Naruto's leg and like, hey nigga, this ain't working, plan B. So he goes onto his leg, and I guess his technique is maybe a bit of an upgraded form of Shishui's, the way Shishui did it, because Shishui was renowned for his I guess how good he could do the body flicker technique, and I guess Sasuke just upgraded from that. I don't know if it requires you to have like a foothold for you to be standing on when you do it, because he was just falling, he just teleported. So I mean, hey, I guess that's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, that's not really something that we've seen before, unless it's from like Minato or someone. So that's kind of cool, I guess. And it seems he could also use that black substance that Naruto was using, or that Naruto can use to make those black barbs and those black balls on his back. It seems he could also use that, and he created a foothold, like a type of disc to stand on. So they're waiting for Kaguya to come out, because there's a whole bunch of smoke everywhere. Kakashi and them are over on the side getting opened off the wall, where the world over there penetrating that nigga. So I don't really understand how she did this, and I understand she's like above God level, so she could just do stuff now. So, but she comes up behind them, creates like a rift in time, peeking through like some freaking pedophile predator type stuff. She comes out, you see her eyes, he grabs onto them, and she's just, like I said, all pedophile is just such a young chakra. As he turns around, she starts crying. I'm like, I know this hoe ain't crying. I know damn well this hoe don't love her kids. Just like Sasuke don't love these hoes. She don't love these kids. Shoot, the only reason she was crying is because she misses chakra. She don't miss Hagoromo. And last chapter there was some nice foreshadowing for this chapter. You know, last chapter she saw Naruto, and when she looked at him, she saw Hagoromo, and she got enraged. So when you see her crying this chapter, it's like there's no way she's crying because she misses them. It's like a mom who just has kids for like child support. I guess she don't love the kids, she just love the money. So I guess that's kind of different. I don't know, because I mean at the same time she had the kid, she had Hagoromo and Hamura, and they had her chakra pretty much split in half, and she didn't want that, and then she just wanted it back. And talking about Hamura, or Haruma, I think it's Hamura, he keeps getting brought up, but we're not getting any information on him. And I like Kishimoto, when are we gonna get information on him? Maybe the time for us to get information on him is gonna be a plot twist when it turns out that he was actually the Death Reaper's seal, and that maybe when they were fighting to seal her, the only way that they found out they could defeat her was for one of them to give up their life. And Hamura was like, you know what, fuck it. So then he became Death Reaper seal, and maybe Hagoromo added on some extra seal to do some combo seal, because the Zetsu seal was a powerful seal that sealed her away. I said seal so much right there. So maybe that's how he plays in this whole story. Maybe he gave up his life. Maybe that's why we're not seeing anything of him. So she grabs onto them. They can't move. You know, honestly, that could have been a perfect chance for her to kill them, but instead she lets the freaking Black Zetsu tell his story. He grabs onto them, he's sucking their talk away, and then he starts telling them the story of his long past. And he dates back, he was created when she got sealed away, and when the two sons of Hagoromo fought to get the inheritance of Ninshu, Indra lost, and then the Black Zetsu manipulated Indra, and ever since then he said, okay, you know what, I'm sticking with the Uchiha clan, because Indra was the ancestor of the Uchiha clan. And then the stone tablet that Hagoromo made for the Uchihas, the freaking Black Zetsu went over there, did some graffiti on that junk. He changed it. Next thing you know, you got all these Uchiha reading it like, oh goddamn, telling people, hey nigga, nigga, did you read that tablet though? Nah nigga, what it said? That tablet said, nigga, if you follow the light of the Tsukuyomi, it will lead you to paradise. So he changed it, manipulating pretty much all the Uchihas at that point. Then It seems that there were many other transmigrants of Ashura and Indra before Madara and Hashirama, but none of them were suitable for Black Zetsu to unlock the Rinnegan. Through all of them, he was trying to make them unlock the Rinnegan, and none of them were able to do it until he came upon Madara. When he came upon Madara, he's like, this nigga, nigga, we made it. This is the one. So he came upon Madara. So then, when Madara and Hashirama had their last fight, Hashirama kills Madara. Now, this was also a plot hole filled, and before I get to this, it was kind of cool how they also made it seem how Hashirama almost noticed Black Zetsu. That was also pretty cool, because through all this whole flashback, you see it shows how Black Zetsu had such an involvement in all these all these events in the past, and it shows him just being there in the background on the sidelines, just creeping. That's pretty cool. And it turns out what Madara did, he bit off a piece of that nigga flesh. He bit off some of the meat, that man meat, that Senju meat, and he had a delayed Izanagi. That was also cool to see him use. He had a delayed Izanagi. He used it to bring himself back from the dead, threw up a piece of that Senju meat in the bowl, picked it up, rubbed it in his wounds like some soap, and then he unlocked the Rinnegan. I guess the Rinnegan replaced his blind eye. I guess that's how it works, perhaps, maybe. I don't know. So then he goes on, and if you think about it, then all of Black Zetsu's manipulation passes on all the way to Obito, and all the way to the Uchiha getting annihilated, because Obito had a play in that as well. So then Uchiha clan, if you think about it, imagine if it was Ashura that would have been the one to lose the inheritance for the ninju. Then all this stuff going down, all this bad stuff, it would have probably been the Senju clan to get annihilated. You know, we haven't seen that many of the Senju clan, but yeah, I'm sure they're around. They out there. So this whole story would have been all on the Senju. The roles would have been completely switched, and it's really interesting how Kishimoto did that. So just, you know, think about that for a sec. If it wasn't Ashura who would have won. So then it goes down to Obito, and so, you know, like, obviously it wasn't even Obito who was scheming. We found that out a while ago. And then the Black Zetsu purposely put Madara's body for Kabuto to find. So not even Kabuto was scheming. Kabuto was slick throughout that whole time Orochimaru was gone, and not even he was scheming through all of this. You know that time when he was kind of blackmailing Obito, like, nigga, I know you want this, and he showed Madara's body. Well, we already know it was Madara's body, because Obito was really shocked. It was like, damn Kabuto, you slick. And then we find out, damn Kabuto, you ain't slick. It was Black Zetsu. And then he manipulated Obito some more to make Obito collaborate with him, and then he made them revive. He made Kabuto revive Madara, so then they would have more manpower for the war. Crazy. And then I guess pretty much here we are now at this point, and now they're gonna use another secret technique that they somehow know are gonna pull out of their ass. It's gonna be okay. Awesome. Like I said, Kaguya could have killed him right there, and it could have been end of story. Hey, Kaguya Shippuden, who knows? You know what? Watch freaking Ichiraku ramen guy come freaking walk in the cave, walking on lava. Talk about, you fools. Throws a bowl of ramen at Kaguya. Bitch, clean my toes. Like Zetsu, tend to my hands. Ordering them like slaves. And no, actually, screw that. Watch my nigga Obito wake up, lift his head up. I can't really do his voice how they changed it in the anime, because I think he recently got like a new voice actor. It sounds like kind of sounds like a bit of a mix of Madara and Orochimaru kind of. But it's like, you fools! You thought I was dead. Oh, and that kunai you threw in my hand? I loved it. You fools, I was manipulating all this. Like, imagine turns out that while Zetsu was manipulating everything, he found out that Zetsu was trying to manipulate him, and then he turned around and was behind the scenes scheming and manipulating Black Zetsu. Plot twist. That'd be awesome. He just lifts his head up, starts levitating while the Kaguya, bitch, suck this dick. Black Zetsu, where's my money? I don't know, just some random shit. So I rated this chapter 8 out of 5. It was really nice. Had some great flashbacks. Got to see all these key events that Black Zetsu had to do with. He's a true schemer, and if you look at it, probably the villain that's been least affected, and who was probably the most schemiest out of all of them. Well, not out of all of them. Like I said, the Black Zetsu is still, you know, the top schemer, but the villain in the series who has been least affected by Black Zetsu is probably Orochimaru. A lot of the stuff Orochimaru did, his reasons for being evil, not much involvement with Black Zetsu. So if you look at it, I guess Orochimaru is probably one of the only OG villains, OG villain schemers in the series. So tell me what you guys think. If you liked the video, like it. If you really liked, favorite it. Want to see more of it, subscribe. I'll talk to you 6 people later. And deuces.